Snow Tooth Disc Golf here. We're at Kensington, Black Locust Greens. I'm going to be playing the longs today, practice round. Just going to try and shoot under par. Let's see what we can do. 619, straight up a hill, slight curve to the right. You're just going to try and land in the fairway. It's par 4, so I'm going to be throwing a TI nuke forehand first. It's pretty windy today, so we're just going to try and stay in the middle. Alright, you know how it goes, 2 off the top though. That wind's teetering with it, but that should be a putt. We were able to give ourselves about a 15 to 18 footer. You know what the deal is. We're gonna putt 2 to this time, not counting them both obviously, but good. Hole 2, 286. It's gonna be a slight dogleg right. For me, it's just gonna be a forehand hyzer with the zone. Let's see what we can do here. A little slippy on the tee pads. Got to make sure to be careful of those. It's a little short, but hey, we got to make a putt somewhere. Oh boy. We got hole 3, 509. Big reverse S shape. The fairway curves to the right and then it goes kind of straightens out back to the left. Just gonna try to throw a nice little forehand chip. This is a par 4 as well, so just trying to get out into the fairway. Yank, hit the tree. Oh, good tree kick. Hoping we just get a kick back to the left. Yeah, we're happy with that. We're able to get ourselves nice and close for another 4. Can't be mad when you're getting pars out of the car. Hole 4, it's up a hill. Slope is going right to left. I'm gonna go forehand flex and just try and see what we can do here. Hopefully we get a full flex. Little, not enough anhyzer. It's up there though. All it takes is that, and me to walk past the wrong spot and give up on a shot. And I'm in for a world of hurting. It is right there. You can probably see it. Let's see what we can do here. Pretty good bid. Got hole 5. It's very technical. It's big dog leg left. You really want to push something on hyzer. And we hit 2 trees. It's okay though. We're gonna scramble. Hopefully that'll counter skip with the grain of the slope, and then I should be right near the basket. Have a nice little putt to make. Me throwing the backhand, if my backhand shot isn't on before this, which a lot of the holes, there's not as much, obviously it's wooded, there's still an open gap that you want to realistically hit. Whereas this one, it's one single gap, and if you don't hit it, you're probably going to hit a tree. I got lucky, but most people, they aren't going to get lucky. Depending on the disc and what kind of throw you're throwing and what tree you hit and how you hit it. There's so many variables, but when you combine all those factors together, you don't really know what's going to happen to your disc until you find it, and that time I just got lucky, but a lot of the times you don't get lucky. We were able to get up and down for a 3, assuming we make this putt. We're up to hole 6 now, which this hole, it's very fun, but it's definitely difficult. You can either go backhand, go kind of a hyzer flip backhand and have a flip towards the basket, or The play that I'm going to be trying today is the forehand. I'm going to be throwing a nice flex with something pretty stable, which I'm going to be going right back to that cap wrap. And I'm just going to make sure to push it on Annie, let it drift a little to the left, and then I'm expecting a little bit of fade. There, right at the bottom of my finger. So we're just going to throw a nice little flex, make sure to get it out on Anheuser, see if we can get ourselves a birdie putt of some sort. Now, if that stables out, it could be good. Now, one thing I do love about this course is that there are holes with one single gap, or two gaps technically, but one of them realistically isn't going to be getting taken a lot, whereas some holes have just a single gap where you can approach it different ways. You can throw a forehand, you can throw a backhand, depending on what shot you have in your bag. Also, if you want to get really crafty, which on these courses, sometimes you're going to have to whip out a roller, maybe a thumber, maybe even like a scoop throw with a higher speed disc. It's really just up to the player's interpretation, just depending on the situation and what they feel comfortable doing. That's why I love this course so much, is because really it's dealer's choice. There's anything on the table for most shots. It actually landed right up in there. Had I thrown the same shot but went more stable, I think I would have been in the position that I would have really liked. Just got to make sure not to hit anything early while still giving myself a chance for a 2. Don't hate it. All right, we're just going to take our 3. On to the next. One of my favorite holes on the course, we got hole 7. It's 435, and if you see, there's a little crest of a hill right here. It slopes back down and goes downhill very slowly throughout the rest of the hole. So you just want to prioritize getting a disc out on this right side of the fairway. That will happen. Not in the greatest spot after a not so good drive, but we're just going to try and throw a nice little flex forehand, see if we can get ourselves down there for a par save of some sort. And on this hole, you just got to be happy with a tree kick like that. If you were able to see it, you love those tree kicks. Here we go, nice little stepper, nice and easy. I mean, if I'm making putts, I can't hate myself, right? If you make those shots. That was a full Annie putt. Not necessarily the pro side of the basket, but hey, we do it. If it goes in, can't be mad, right? Just for reference, hole 8 is right here. Right at the bottom of my finger, where my tee pad, I'll be slightly off to the left. It'll look more like a straight shot. We got hole 8, 342. Now from the tee pad, it's going to be more of a hyzer shape angle where you can hyzer flip something up, or even if you're going higher speed and throwing the hyzer into the hill. The basket is perched up on a hill up there, so if you are going up into that ground, you do probably want to go a couple speeds higher. Little too flat. Little too flat. Sometimes you just got to go a little more stable. I don't know about you, ladies and gentlemen, but this hole is about as pretty as it gets, especially in the fall season. Now, may not be the greatest for looking for discs, but I tell you what, if you're coming out here for the nature, look at the leaves. Look at the leaves changing. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. You love to come out here and play disc golf round. It may be a little bit camouflaged, but it's right there. Don't hit the line. You can take the 3 and stomach the 3. Nice little easy tap in. We'll take our 3 and move on to the next hole. Hole 9, 300 feet. It is kind of a dogleg right. You're throwing downhill, so if you have that forehand that you're comfortable throwing something that may hyzer flip a little bit, or you just go hyzer out the hand, push far enough, you will give yourself a look most of the time, depending on what speed you throw. I'm going to be going Buzz SS on a little turnover backhand. Just going to try and make sure to turn that disc over. Hit a tree, but that's okay. We can get up and down for a par. Now, you don't hate that. That's a very healthy bit. I would say that it's about as healthy as I can give it. Once again, we got Mr. Paul. About 4 feet. Nice and easy for the 3. We'll move on to number 10.